Back with the athletic trainer for Texas women's basketball, Lisa Stalans. All right, we talked to Coach about 15 players on the roster. 9 have missed time with injuries. Can you confirm, though, that you do not get paid by the injury?
Oh, I wished I did.
I mean, because you would be rolling in it this year.
Absolutely.
How unique, though, is this type of season to see this many players miss that much time?
You know, it's been a busy year. It's been challenging, and it has been unique. There's been a lot of injury, but, you know, injuries are uncontrollable.
Yeah.
When the student athletes come in the summer, we do a series of baseline testing, look at the strengths and weaknesses, and me and the strength coach, we put together a plan, and we work on prevention and do what we can so come preseason, you know, they're ready to hit the court. And then we maintain the prevention and the maintenance.
Yeah, but no matter what, how much preventative work you do,
Right.
it's sports. You're always going to have those injuries. What is a typical day like for you in your role?
It depends. It depends. Depends on what I wake up to. You know, the phone
What's on the injury report?
Yeah, that. But a typical day, it depends on the season too. If it's summertime or preseason or if it's game day. But typically, I get the athletes ready for practice or game. You might be some recovery stuff going in there or some treatments. You know, just taping them up sometimes.
You're always smiling. I mean, at least when I see you, you always have a smile on your face. You've got a great personality. How does that help you in your role? Because many times you're also delivering news that's not great for some of these players.
Right. You know, I do have a great positive outlook. And, you know, in this profession, you have to, because you do deliver some hard information sometimes, and it's hard for me to deliver, you know, because I have sympathy pain sometimes. You know, I'm like, oh, my knee hurts too.
Because you've gone through that, right?
Right.
You hurt your knee as a player?
Yes, I did.
How does that help you relate to what they're feeling and delivering that message sometimes that it's not good news?
Right. You know, it's tough. I mean, to go through what they do every day, especially like NECA, a special young lady. She brought so much to our program, and it was unfortunate that it happened to her. But, you know, she's, again, very positive and looking forward to her future, and I'm going to help her get to that level, whatever it might be for her.
Why was that so emotional for you personally with NECA?
You know, I've been with her since her freshman year, and I've seen her ups and downs, and these student athletes, we have a great we communicate very well. I feel like we have great trust, and I think you need that. You know, amongst the coaching staff and the athletes, communication's the big key.
But at the same time, NECA, she kept you pretty busy with collateral damage as well, did she not?
She did.
I mean, you had to have a lot of players coming in, and the diagnosis was, oh, what happened? NECA happened. An elbow here, a push there, something like that.
Right. And, you know, it was devastating to, you know, just to see it happen again. You know, sometimes I watch it and I'm like, wow, the way she landed, her scream, you know, just everything. It was tough.
Well, you're always learning in your role, and there have been some injuries this season that, because of your continuing education, you've been able to help with some new techniques. Tell us a little bit about what you've learned recently that have helped you with some of the rehab this year.
You know, working at the University of Texas, we have incredible resources. You know, we have great allied health professionals, chiropractors, manual therapists, all those. I've been here long enough that I have a great network. I tap into it to complement what I do on a daily basis. When I feel like that can help me accelerate an injury, I gravitate to that. And with that being said, you know, we have the state-of-the-art modalities that we can use. But a couple years ago, I took a course that from Gray's Institute, Applied Functional Science. It was a 10-month course, very intense, very intense. But it taught me a lot. It changed the way my thought process is today. Say, for instance, like a Monty or an Ariel or someone that's on crutches or in a walking boot. My goal is to, as everybody's goal is, to get them up and going as fast as they can. But with functional movement and all that, it teaches you to get them off the table. Even if they can't stand up properly, try to get them standing. So the gravity starts happening, because that's important in body movement function. You know, it's not like strapping them into a machine to get strong, because that's that's not what the body's used to. The body's used to moving. And so the strategy behind that is you get them touching, you know, putting their foot on the ground, touching, into maybe a balance, to a lunge, and to walking. You know, then the body recognizes that from a proprioception standpoint, and it gets the muscles firing, which is really important.
How important, though, is that mentality, the confidence?
Yeah, you got to have that mentality, too, to really want it, really want to get back as soon as you can.
And is there anything that you can say or do to help with that? How much of that is on the student-athlete individually to just build that confidence, to know I've done the work? If it's a knee, when I go out, this knee is healthy?
You know, that's something I do incorporate a lot, because it's about the environment they're in as well. You know, you have to feed them positive information all the time. You know, for instance, someone could say, oh, that person took them a year to get back, or it took them 6 months to get back. You have to say everybody's different. Every body is made up biomechanically, physically different. So you have to get them to buy in that, hey, I'm going to recover faster too, because I'm doing X, Y, and Z. So they have to have that.
Unbelievable. You do so much. You have time somehow to take a 10-month course. But again, it's helping your profession and what you do. And we're seeing the products on the court for Texas this year. Lisa, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Hope the knee is good.
Yeah.
We'll have to play some golf sometime.
I would love that.
Supposedly, Lisa is one of the greatest golfers you'll ever see.
Thank you.
I'm not, but she is.
We would have a great time.
We would.
Yeah.
Clicker coming up with Coach.